Hello everyone, Mike Rempel from Another Set of Eyes with today's Excel Bytes blog post. Today we're going to take a look at the function frequency. Here we have a list of 100 numbers that range from 1 to 5,000. And what I want to do is put them in buckets. And so what I'm going to do is define, here I've kind of typed in what my ranges are from 0 to less than or equal to 1,000, for greater than 1,000 up to 2,000, 3,000, and 4,000. So those are my buckets or bins. And so what I need to do is type what my upper limits are. So I'm going to just type in 1,000 here, 2,000, and I'll just copy that down since I've created a sequence that Excel can recognize. Now I have 3,000 and 4,000. So I've defined my upper limits here. And with the frequency function, you always want to use one greater bin or group or bucket than you have your limits, just to grab anything that might be larger than your top range. So we're going to highlight the area that we're going to have our results in, and now we have the active cell there. I'm going to start typing in equal frequency. I can tab over and go to my data array, which I click on my first number, hit shift control down arrow, and then control backspace gets me up to the top, comma, and then my bin array is the 1,000 to 4,000. I'm going to close that. Now, since this is an array formula, I can't just hit enter. I need to hit control shift enter. And by doing so, it will now populate. Notice how I put the curly brackets around it. It now populates the quantity or the frequency of my list that appears within my bucket groups. So I have 19 that are less than or equal to 1,000, 24 up to 2,000, 18, 3, 17 that are up to 4,000, and I have 22 that are actually larger than 4,000. You can see that right here. And then the nice part about this is if there's any changes, it dynamically updates. So just for example, if I change this to 3,261, notice how 18 dropped down, and what I had here before in this range actually increased. If I control Z, you see it went back to 19 and 17. So there's frequency for you. Now you could do this other ways. You can use a pivot table to accomplish the same thing. It could be just as easy, but if you need something that will dynamically and automatically change as your list or your range changes, frequency is a great tool to use. So there you have it, frequency in Excel. Hope you liked it. Thanks for stopping by, and if you'd like to see more, please feel free to go to my blog, excel-bytes.com, and subscribe. Happy excelling.